Hello everyone, this is the homework video for homework number 12. Hello everyone, this is homework number 22 video for Im2, similar polygons and circles. So we're given the calyx shape below has an area of 17 millimeters squared. If she enlarges the shape with a linear scale factor of 5, that means with the linear scale factor from this shape to this is 5. So linear factor is going to be multiplied by 5. Okay. What will be the area of the enlargement? If the linear scale factor is 5, what is the area scale factor? Area scale factor is going to be 5 squared. Okay, whatever the linear square factor is, it's going to be multiplied by that number squared. So if it was just lengthening or the perimeter, we would multiply by 5. But since we are dealing with area, the new area is going to be 17 multiplied by not just 5, but 5 squared, which is 25, which is going to give us 425 millimeters squared. Okay. Now, number 2. Examine the two similar figures below. What is the linear scale factor? So we went from one of the length from 10 to 40. So that means what is the linear scale factor? So linear scale factor is going to be multiplying by 4, because 40 divided by the enlarged divided by the original is 40 divided by 10, which is 4. So scale factor is 4. What is the area of the small figure? So whatever the area is, let's just call that area, multiplied by the area scale factor is going to be 4 squared. Is going to be, we know the area of the final enlarged figure to be 656. Okay, so area times 16 is going to be 656. So 16a, 4 squared is 16, is going to be 656. So you divide both sides by 16. And you get area is 656 divided by 16 is 41 unit square. Alright, next up, find the area and circumference of the following circles given the information. Keep your answers exact. Exact means keep it as pi, in terms of pi, and show units. Okay, so radius is 3 meters. So area of a circle is always pi r squared. What is the radius? We are given that it's 3. So it's going to be pi times r is 3 squared. So that's the same as pi times 9. Or we can rewrite it as 9 pi meters squared. So that's my area. Okay, what about circumference? Okay, and circumference is always 2 times pi times r. I'm using this 2 pi r version, not 2 pi times d, because we're dealing with radius. We are given the radius. So that's going to be same as 2 times pi times radius is 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So that's 6 pi, and the unit is meters. Remember, circumference is a length, whilst the area is a space. So it's going to be meters squared, whereas circumference is just going to be length. So circumference is 6 pi meters. Area is going to be 9 pi meters squared. Okay, so this time we're given diameter is 18 inches for this circle. Okay, so we have a circle with 18 inches as my diameter. That means area is again pi r squared, which is, what is the radius in this case? If diameter is 18 inches, radius is going to be half of that, so that's going to be 9 inches. So that's going to be pi times 9 inches squared, so that is same as 81 pi inches squared. So area is 81 pi inches squared. And then circumference is 2 pi r, or pi times diameter. This time I am using the pi times diameter because diameter is the length that we're given. Okay, so that's going to be pi times, what's diameter? 18. So pi times diameter is pi times 18, which is same as 18 pi inches. Okay, last problem. The city is constructing new racetrack of 4-horse races. The track encloses a field that is rectangular, so this is rectangle inside, with 2 semicircles in each side. To this semicircle, there is a semicircle right here. A fence must surround this field, and grass must be laid fully on the field. Okay, how much fencing material is needed? Fencing, when we are talking about fencing, we're really talking about the outside length, aren't we? So fencing is going to be this length outside. Okay, so that's the fencing. And when we're talking about grass that's needed, we're really talking about the area enclosed here. Okay, so let's start with fencing. Fencing, so to figure out what is the fencing, we're really talking about the perimeter of this shape. Oops. Perimeter of this shape. Well, can we figure out perimeter over here to here? Well, if this is 1408 meters, this is also going to be 1408 meters here. Do we know this length? Okay, let's call that, do we know this length? Do we know this length? Okay, do we know these 2 lengths? Well, can you kind of picture these 2 semicircles here? 2 half circles on the other end. You bring them together and you get a full circle. With what do we have? What are we given? We're given that distance. The diameter is 302 meters. So diameter of this circle is 302 meters. That means the radius is going to be half of that. Half of 302 is going to be 151. So radius of this circle is 151, or diameter is 302 meters. And this length plus this length is just going to be circumference of the circle here with the diameter of 302. So the perimeter is going to be 1,408. We have 1 on the top and 1 at the bottom. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. 1 at the top and 1 at the bottom, plus the circumference of this shape here. And how do I get the circumference? It's pi times diameter. And what is the diameter? It's 302. So the circumference is going to be pi times 302 plus 1,408 plus times 2. And that is going to be 2,816. The first part is 2, double that, plus 948.3 meters. And that is equal to 3,764.3 meters. So the perimeter is this length. So the fencing material needed is 3,764.3 meters of fencing. Okay. All right, then let's do B. Now, for the grass needed, we're really talking about the area of this shape. The area of this shape can be thought of as area of this rectangle plus the area of half a circle here and the other half a circle here, or we can just bring them together and it's really the whole circle. So the area of this shape is going to be, the rectangle here is going to be 302 multiplied by 1008 because it's what a base times length. Two lengths are being multiplied plus area of the circle. That's going to be pi times, what is the radius? Radius we said was 151 meters. Pi r squared. Okay, so then from here, use the calculator. And use the calculator, I get 425,216 when I multiply these two numbers together. And when I square 151, multiply by 3.14 for here, I guess approximately 71,595. You add them together, and I get 496.811 meters squared. So the grass needed is that amount, meters squared. That's it. Thanks for listening.